our adventures in Shenzhen continue.
After getting our first taste of the incredibly modern city, we were ready to jump right back in to explore some more.
From citywide light shows to delicious street food, we take you on an adventure like no other.
Join us for another day in the future.
Future! Let's get some food.
It's time for Cantonese breakfast, and I'm talking dough sticks. With no dipping.
We weren't sure if they actually had some flavor or something, so we tried a little bite.
Thank you. And we got some congee to go with our dough sticks.
You can dip it in there, right? Yeah, we think we're supposed to dip something with the
Tea,
dough.
coffee.
Yeah, something of the sort, because it's got the nice airy inside, but still pretty good.
It's just kind of like a donut that hasn't been glazed or anything.
And it's buttery.
I definitely could use like a milk tea to dip it in. I think that would be really good, like a hot milk tea.
Like some choco milk or something.
Yeah, hot chocolate would be really good.
Yeah.
It's congee time. That's a lot.
Yeah, these are some big. That was 18.
I guess soup is cheap, rice is cheap. It's got to be cheap, right? If they overcharge for that, what are they doing?
I might wait a second for this. It's steaming.
That's what the weak say. A meaty breakfast rice soup. How is it gonna be? We never stop with the steamed things.
This is very reminiscent to a meal we got not too long ago in Guangdong with these 3 items right here. We like them so much, we got to get them again.
That's what I always say. You know a vlogger really likes the food when you see him get it again. So many vloggers will be like, oh, yummy! And then they'll never eat it again, ever.
So you can apply that to our vlogs as well.
Yep. Unless we're in a country for a short amount of time, then we might not get it again. But look at us.
Wow.
That's hot. I'll go for a pork bun. That also feels hot. Guys, when food comes out of the oven, it's hot.
Or when it comes out of the steamer.
It's also hot. I've gotten these 3 times now. I really like these. These are really good here. I mean, I like them in like other countries, like at 7-Eleven, but they're not as good. I think the sauce and the way they cook the pork is very delicious here in China. This bread is fantastic. Tastes like air, but it has a nice fluffiness that I enjoy.
If I just open my mouth right now and swallow some air, that's what it tastes like?
Pretty much. With pork sauce. So if you can get pork sauce in the air, you'll be better off, I think. All right, let's go for the congee. Here we go. I'm ready. There's some pork. Never had rice soup. The closest thing I've had to rice soup in my life is risotto in Italy, and that's more like a rice pasta.
Oh, what do you mean? We had congee-like things at McDonald's in Malaysia.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Plain.
One bite.
Is it exploding with flavor like it said on the menu?
I know this is like a big thing in China, so people might be offended that we don't like that I don't particularly. It needs salt. If it had salt, it'd be pretty good, but pretty much the only thing that has flavor in it is the meat. But there's not enough meat. Where like, look, I don't have any meat left in my thing. The vegetable has flavor. Let me get one, no meat. It has like a meat essence in it from the pork. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't dislike it. It's very mild. It's just kind of, it's a little more saltier than once I got deeper into the broth. It's something like if somebody brought it out to me and they're like, here, congee, I'd be like, okay, I'll eat that. I don't know if I'd actively order it. I wouldn't be like, let's order this. I want breakfast congee. That's my review. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10.
Not bad.
Not bad.
It's just interesting to look at. It's kind of cool looking.
Ooh. It might be better because you'll like it more.
The rice parts itself are very plain, but the like goopy oil, well, I don't even know what it is. The goopy part in between the liquid absorbs the flavor of the meat. I like it. like as a like family sharing option, I can see it's being good because you just get like 1 or 2 little bowls full of it. But as like I don't know if I could finish that whole thing. That'd be so much. But it's pretty dang good. I would give it like a 7.2.
Are these going to be as good as the other place? Diane Dude. Uh-oh. What is happening here in Dumpling Town?
Something's going down in Dumpling Town.
Well, it's definitely more of a mass inside than the other one.
Yeah, it's just a huge glob of shrimp. Okay. It's still got that buttery, extremely buttery, juicy shrimp inside. But it's nowhere near as good as the other place.
What?
But still pretty solid. I like it.
So basically you're saying the restaurant matters. It's not just the cuisine, it's how they make it.
It's still really good, but yes, the restaurant will elevate it. Oh, we'll
That's
wait for
dessert?
The dessert is for later.
I thought this was dessert. Oh gosh. That will be on a forum soon.
Oh no.
This stuff is very, very filling. Wow. And it grew on me a little bit. It's pretty good. It's like a good soup.
I mean, it was only like $2.50, so
That's
it's very cheap for this massive bowl.
That's a good way to just fill your stomach if you're hungry and cold because it's nice and warm. It's got a decent flavor and it's cheap.
But we will see in about 2 hours if we are hungry again.
I have a feeling we might be. But now we have these and we're full already, but why not? It was just called Quicksand, but it is very similar to the one.
Oh, it's got my finger. Oh.
It's very similar to the one we had at the very high-rated restaurant, and that's the reason I got it. Hopefully it's yummy.
I still have some bread in my mouth. We didn't get any drinks with this because I don't know what the heck they were saying.
Something about we don't get tea, I guess.
All right. It's the exact same thing, the same filling on the inside.
Oh man, that's loaded.
Kind of looks like carrot,
Carrot bun,
but it tastes like custard.
buttery custard,
Bit of salty custard even too.
some brown sugar in there.
Very delicious.
Oh yeah,
More bread.
always bread. Are you satisfied with your breakfast, sir?
I'm so full, honestly.
That's the first time like one of those meals has like really, really filled us up. So it must be the kanji. You shopping?
Sorry, I'm intrigued by the English on all these shirts. Here, let me read off a shirt we just saw earlier.
Okay.
On the street, dance teaching and its skill training in colleges.
I'm ready. I'm ready to buy. It was a good breakfast, full breakfast. We're seeing so many great novelty teas, and now it's time to head to the world's largest electronics store thing area, selling place.
We're gonna try and buy some things. I feel like they're gonna have some different, unique items because you said it's like a wholesale place.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get a wide range of things, and we're in China. It might be cheap.
The durian place.
Doo-doo durian. Apparently that's just like a TikTok trend here, or a Douyin trend, whatever the app is.
I totally thought that was just like a gimmick for the street food stalls, but it's actually in a mall. This is what we mean in our last video. We said that the Shenzhen metro is not as, doesn't seem as new or up to date as the Guangzhou one.
All of these are out of service, and there's been some stations where all of them are. There's 2 available, at least in this one.
This has literally been every single station we've been to. There's been at least half of them were out. Even the main train station one.
Yeah. There's like 2 you could use.
Interesting. And since the Alipay QR code doesn't work for us, we have to go here and get our tickets manually. So this is what we have to do at every station, even if we're just hopping station to station, so it takes a little extra time.
Come on, buddies.
I love you.
There you are.
Love me, do-do-do-do-do-do.
Mixu. Let's get some Mixu.
I'm down to clown. That was the song that was playing in the restaurant over and over and over for an hour straight. Hour straight, just constantly. That's how they get you out of the restaurant, because you can't handle the song anymore, that you have to leave.
If you can't handle the song, get out of the restaurant.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. We're in a park. We took a wrong turn, and now we have to go through this park to get to the store that we were talking about earlier. But let's see if we can make it. Let's go.
Wow. We just stumbled upon this peaceful park. Shade, sun, trees, and butterflies. And
A vial of some sort? There's some chemistry going on here.
methamphetamines. Walter! Mr. White!
That's supposed to be a hat if you couldn't tell.
East Asia has so many peaceful parks and bamboo forests. I've heard they have rabid polar bears here. Well, not polar bears, but panda bears, I should say. Poe the panda was actually inspired by this place because of this bamboo, which is kind of cool. So, Poe!
I'm a polar bear.
No, a polar bear.
Oh, I need a seal to eat. They eat seals, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh, seals.
And humans.
Oh, there's people playing ping pong.
Dang, that's a, oh my gosh, workout montage beginning now in China edition. Let's go. You lied.
What are you talking about?
Run away now. This is kind of scary.
It is. My feet kind of jump up. It's more of a stretching exercise.
Yeah, feel it in the calves.
Oh, you can kind of change up the pace a bit.
Suddenly
Like
reverse.
interval.
Oh, scary. Well, let's do this for a few hours.
How do you do them together? It feels weird to do it together.
I don't know. You have to like not feel the machine. You have to just feel your legs.
There's a lot of focus. I just have to stare off into the distance.
Just look at the beautiful greenery. I feel like it's gonna be weird to step on normal ground again.
Oh,
A butterfly. Do you wanna build a
It does feel weird.
snowman? The like calves kind of tremble. Do you wanna build a snowman? Okay, bye. It's hard for Hong Kong to be remembered as something like this, even though it's probably very similar because it was cold and
yeah, it wasn't sunny at all.
foggy. And when we went to the park in Korea, it was sunny. So weather probably plays a big role. Hi.
Hey, we're in the park next to a lake.
We were just saying that this kind of is reminding us of Korea a bit. Part of that might be because in Korea, when we went to the park, the weather was really nice.
Time to jump in?
What? All right, this has to be documented for the future and for everybody seeing this. There's a KFC frackin' cart in a park.
It's a KFC, which is like a KFC coffee with a K. But it seems like they're selling ice cream here.
KFC is epic.
KFC sweet.
We didn't even do the KFC taste test. Wow, they have roasted chicken.
And an egg tart.
Oh, they have fried chicken, rotisserie chicken, ice cream,
Wow.
tea, lemonade.
That'd be quite the environment to work in. Seems very crammed in there.
Food truck's life would be a hard life. Never thought I'd see this. We saw a KFC truck in Indonesia, but not a K coffee.
This is frackin'. The Colonel is always with us.
The Colonel is trying to take over the frackin' world.
That bearded man.
Guys, Isaac's really doing it. He's trying to K coffee. You're getting a coffee, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Is that QR code gonna work for your Alipay?
Let's see.
3 lemon tea. Do they have that one? I don't know if they do.
It's right here, I think. And there's juice drink.
Well chosen.
Thank you so much, Colonel.
The one thing that is nice is since it's connected to Alipay, you just have to blop, blop.
That is super convenient. You don't have to type in your card or anything.
We got some KFC stall.
Heck yeah.
How would you mind your head?
Oh, wow, fast. Thank you.
Thank
you. Wow, that came out literally instantaneously.
Must just be, or they have them ready.
What the heck is this?
What do you mean, dude? You don't know what this is? This is Jiju tea or whatever the heck it said on the menu. I totally know what it is.
It's orange. We're getting zen in this nice park with this. This isn't really, oh. Oh.
It took me 2 punctures. I'm a failure.
Dink.
Oh, what is that?
Peachy? Citrusy of some sort too?
I think it might be peach, maybe some orange, and maybe some grape.
It's definitely, it just kind of tastes like V8, kind of like one
It
of those.
does taste like a V8. That's what it is. It's a V8.
V8.
It's really delicious.
The Colonel did not let us down.
And a nice way to cool down on the beautiful park, even though it's not that hot out.
The day is fantastic today. The weather here after the first 3 days has been glorious.
Glorious!
Melvin! Thank you, Colonel. Very epic. He's like power washing the sidewalk in a power washing truck.
There seems to be a lot of emphasis on cleaning in China, like the streets and stuff. We've noticed a lot of people just throw their garbage on the streets, but we never see garbage anywhere. And this is why. They even got a vacuuming truck.
And here's a street sweeper.
Getting all those lever boys.
One of those used to go through my neighborhood when I was a kid, like a really big street sweeper. I feel like I haven't seen one of those frackers in years.
That's true. I haven't seen one of those in forever, too.
Where the heck did they go?
They just stopped cleaning.
Tower. It is cool that there's such an emphasis on being clean. I mean, there's a guy sweeping the leaves up the street, and it's just like the middle of the day right now. Futuristic Shenzhen.
Whoa. Why isn't it robots cleaning? Why isn't there a cleaning robot?
True. That's not the future. Well, guys, we made it to the bay.
The electronic place was closed, so we went here instead. And my gosh, it's busy.
It must be Chinese New Year because it's Monday. You think it'd be open. Seems like in Guangzhou there were some areas too. Since Chinese New Year, there's just streets. It's just closed. Like even a 7-Eleven in that area was closed.
We went to that area and there's just not a single person around.
No, empty.
And then we go to this area and the metro station is full. The walking streets are full. It's just full.
So it seems like the main thing of this is just to come here and take a picture of this bay, this nice big fat bay. You can see a smaller town of Hong Kong over there, which is just skyscrapers.
Just a nice little clump of very identical ones. It looks kind of cool.
It looks like one like dystopian like mega city, just like that you'd see in like the world is like sand, and then
imagine there's more. That'd be cool.
It goes into the canyon over there a bit, which is interesting. And you would think like it looks like on the map when Hong Kong, you know, you have the big city by the bay and then it's just mountains, but they have these little clusters. It's probably like a 50,000 person city right there, at least.
And there's some birds.
There's a lot of birds, and there's even more people than birds. I gotta say, I don't know if like which way you're supposed to go and if going that way is gonna change much of our view here. And if it'll be very possible to get anywhere efficiently. Look at this place.
This is crazy nasty, dude.
There's some cool looking building over there. I don't know what the heck that is.
OCT building.
I mean, oh, that's the OCT?
Must be that region of things is just OCT. Off-center time.
The water is very, very brown.
It is. And the ducks are kind of just like sitting there. The birds are just kind of sitting there. But it's cool.
Yeah, you didn't seem very sure about that.
It's cool, dude. This is shocking, dude.
There you go. That's more stern. Yeah, I guess we'll go see what there is to do here. This is what we're talking about.
This station is busy, and it's not even a transfer line. It's literally just one line.
This is the place to be. in Shenzhen.
We're outside right now, dude.
Whoa! The OCT, bro.
There's some water shooting out right here in a spurter, boy.
Is that the brown water that we saw in the bay? All right, this is your chance. Remember the global village in Dubai when you walked right through?
Part 2. I'll go. I have the mic on. Don't want it to get wet.
We can take it off and then make the GoPro waterproof. All right, this is your chance. This is your chance. Oh, somebody put a bottle on that one?
What's gonna happen? Oh.
Oh, it's coming back. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Hooray! 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 That was pretty suspenseful.
What the heck is this?
Hasselblad.
But it's DJI.
DJI has a building and people are like looking through the door as if it's like exclusive.
Well, we can be let in. Let's go.
There's a Shiba right there. He's a floofy boy. Shibu, Shiba.
Let's punch him in the face.
Look at the dog. He wants to get in there.
That kid just got wet.
You need to test fate before we leave this place.
Test fate.
Yep.
There's a line. I wonder how many people actually make a purchase in there.
Few.
These things are expensive.
You saying we're rich?
No, I'm saying that was all of our budget. That's why we're doing nothing that's paid in China.
We have one of their drones too.
All right, let's fly it.
Wow, we literally never use it.
Anybody want a drone?
Well, you can have it for $3,000. We need to make some money off of it.
Nice big outdoor mall concept here.
This would have been awful like a few days ago, but
yeah.
Today it's fantastic.
Nice and warm in the sun, cool in the shade.
What a day. It's really popular. There's a lot of people here.
There's a canal.
Are we in Venice or China? You could call this the Venice of China, right? That's what this place is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
There's just a ton of restaurants and a ton of like interesting restaurants. Oh, they have those pineapple-looking crackers here, egg tarts.
A bear and a thing.
Oh, I love bears. Oh my God, all of your favorite types of ducks and gooses and squabs.
They were really just ringing out.
Some sort of sports bar looking thing over there.
Yeah, Chinese sports bar.
They have the huge alcohol
That's
towers.
really weird.
I don't see any singing gondola men. Taking up half of the walkway for some pics. That's always fantastic.
And then the backing up without even looking, so you bump into everyone as you're trying to take it up.
Seems like a big problem with the congestion so far in China is that everybody wants to take pictures of everything. And it doesn't work because there's too many people walking for people to stop. So then it just turns into a huge, huge pile of people bumping into each other and fighting. Oh, there's a hot pot. Hot pot.
It's a pot, and guess what?
It's hot.
It's hot.
Oh, that's hot. That one's like a clay hot pot. You can't even see the liquid in there. It's so deep. Cool place. It's really starting to die down when we walked a little farther.
That's the thing. It seems like everyone takes the metro. If you're at a tourist attraction right next to the metro, it's going to be busy as nuts. But the further you walk away, the less busy it gets.
Same thing to do in amusement parks. When you get there right away, if you get there right when it opens, go to the farthest back one and it'll be empty and then you can work your way back. That's what we're doing here. And we're just that smart. Taste. You know what's crazy? How full I was? I'm already getting hungry a bit.
I got really hungry like 30 minutes ago. It just instantly hit out of nowhere.
So which one of these delectable items are we gonna get? Or we can go for a frackin' swim. Oh my gosh.
It's a Lamborghini. They have a grill and bar. Wow, that's way cooler than Italy.
Every city in the world needs this. Keeping the restaurants to standard.
Seems like a lot of the tea and fast service chains are in the A tier, and then a lot of the restaurants are in B tier. There's no C tier.
No. No. That's kind of cool. I think every mall should have that. Like, we officially did this and based it on all these things. These are the good restaurants. These are the ones that aren't as good. And then all of these restaurants are going to want to go into here. No one's going to want to be here. They're going to be fracking closed down.
Yeah, I'm sure it's bad for business.
Good job, Shenzhen. Good idea.
Another Lambo.
It's a yellow Lambo.
Looks like they're having a blast in there.
That driver is straight pimping right now with those glasses.
Wow. They're having a blast.
I love that I'm barely turning the camera. At least they didn't do gondolas. At least they did their own thing.
It's the city of the future, so they gotta have the future, which is supercars.
Water fracking Lambos, baby. What, the Lambos in there, dude? Is that where the Lambos are parked?
People got a lot of fracking balloons.
They do.
Surprised they're not floating away. Up style.
If you combined all of theirs together, then you could fly. No!
There's a dog.
Pig! That's very sad.
Miss Oinkerton is dead.
No. We're hungry, so let's go get some dang food.
This mall just keeps going. Different malls, it's a whole complex. It just keeps going and going. So there's got to be some good food in here.
A luxury mall? And how do I know? Because it's white and gold?
And because the fonts are very basic with lights behind them, and the stores are very spread out and wide open with different products, very spaced.
And that one's just called Salt Q?
They're definitely the most unique luxury brands I've ever seen.
It's a really nice mall. Every country in Asia has had their luxury malls, and we have found this luxury mall. Never mind, guys. This is the best mall ever.
Look at how epic that game of Candy Crush is over there. Or whatever the heck. They're just all just tapping.
They just happen to get a bunch of matches.
That's strategy.
If you hit as many as possible, you can't fail. Whoa, look at that part.
Whoa, that girl's climbing.
She gave up. She got scared.
Oh.
This is epic.
Yeah, this would have been sick if I was a kid. Well, I still am.
Jump! Suddenly you just face plant.
Crush that kid.
That would be definitely national news in China.
Tourist crushes 5-year-old boy. I'm gonna fill up my gas tank. I got 2,000 coins, dude. Seems like there's like a racetrack.
I take this back. This isn't a luxury mall. This is like a kid's paradise.
It is a kid's paradise. I'm jealous. Why didn't I get anything like this when I was a kid? They didn't have malls like this.
We just had Camp Snoopy. Rip Camp Snoopy.
That's what happens when you litter me, because I'm a killer.
No.
I'm a killer.
No. Well, we were trying to leave the roof, and hello? Hello? What? Holy nuts! I can barely understand you. It's so echoey. This was like we're led to some weird hallway. We don't know where the heck we are.
We thought it would lead back into the mall or down to the outside, but it didn't.
Well, it's fine. Where we're going? Okay, bro. Now this is epic.
All aboard the Cupcake Express.
This is so epic. All right, this is your chance to hop on, dude.
It's a very slow ride, it seems like.
There's an aquarium here, apparently.
Oh yeah, what the? They got jellyfish. We can go jellyfishing.
Oh, SpongeBob!
Hi, SpongeBob, why are you jellyfishing?
Is that Mr. Krabs?
Yeah.
barbecue. What do you got there, mister?
I got some eggy boys and a barbecue pork over some rice with some more of these vegetables. Let's see how this is. That's epic.
Are you kidding me right now?
This isn't chopsticks. This isn't authentic. What was that called again? The
This was called
big cream.
pigs on cream or something. Pigs on cream, something like that.
Very interesting. Let's see how this is. I'm assuming, keeping up with the China standards, it's going to be some sweet pork. Very sweet, very tender, and very delicious. Even got some fatty bits in there for some extra texture.
Thank you. Spoon and fork. What the heck am I even doing like this? This is disgrace to my traveling needs. I need to eat only chopsticks. I'm just going to grab some of this beef. I'm going to get a little piece of garlic, a little piece of onion, a little greenery. Why not? Hopefully it's not scalding hot.
The dang tongue test.
It's pretty hot, but for the video, ooh, look at that one. You can just, it's a big glob of rice, but you can see all the singularities of rice grains in there.
Are you V?
Singularity.
I think that's how the song went, right?
Yes. Look at how steamy it is. Oh no. So mine is basically like this finely cut beef with onions. That's what was on the thing, but it also has large cloves of garlic inside of it as well, and some greenery. This gotta be good. As long as that beef isn't chewy, it should be delicious.
The beef is hot, that's all I know.
Oh, that's hot. Whoa. The onion really comes through. That's all I tasted was the onion. I didn't even taste the beef. This was like one of the chef signatures or something like that. It was a little more expensive. It seems a little fancy. It came in like a clay bowl. So is this considered like one of the Cantonese like clay pot foods? But it doesn't have rice inside of it. If I put the rice in there, then is it clay pot rice?
We went here because we thought it was kind of clay pot rice, but we didn't know if there was rice in it or not. Mine has rice in it, but it's not in a clay pot. So if we combine ours, we get the Avengers Thanos style.
Is that clay pot rice?
Yeah.
Did we do it? Did we do it? Whoa, there's pig cream on the bottom. It's like a hoagie cut in half.
I'm curious if this is going to be sweet or salty.
Extremely sweet. Like, wow, sweet. It's tasty. I mean, look at the bread is like buttered, and then they covered it in like almost like a donut glaze. It's straight up just basically condensed milk, just on top of it. And the bread is toasty, warm, and exactly what I want for breakfast every single day because I want diabetes right now. Let me get a straight up piece of beef quick because I got too much onion. That literally just falls apart in your mouth. There is no give to it at all. It's a nice tender cube of beef. And it's everything I want in this world. And now I'm going to eat this huge piece of garlic.
All right, time to eat garlic and then see if you can breathe on people and make them gag.
I hope the camera doesn't cut out right before I put this in my mouth.
That'd be
Ready?
very unfortunate if
Here we
it
go.
did. That would be really crazy.
The beef was really tasty, but this is how much just straight up chunks of garlic and ginger are in this thing. That's just straight up pieces of ginger.
There's no soul in that dish.
No.
Get it? Because gingers have no soul.
That's racist. How's your egg rice?
It's pretty good. I like the pork pieces, but there's not many pork pieces, so now I just have yolky egg rice.
That sounds delicious.
That was an interesting restaurant.
You were super lucky to go there, dude.
All right, that's a good omen for the rest of this trip, and for the rest of our lives, and for all you watching.
Oh my gosh, gosh, is this another epic McDonald's or what?
It's a triangular boy.
Ooh. Shenzhen is 2 for 2 on epic McDonald's.
That's one thing it's doing well.
Oh yeah. We're hoping that we can see the sunset over here, but it seems like we might have a blocked view of it.
Shenzhen doesn't have a sunset view. What are you doing, Shenny boy?
We should have climbed to the top of the Nananshan Mountain.
We should have.
Dang nabbit.
I can do that.
Well, this looks familiar.
Guangzhou, is that you?
We have another light show thing here. Wow. Wow, there's really nowhere to cross the street. We are just walking into oblivion. Hopefully there's an MRT eventually. Overpass time, baby. Oh, wow. Hopefully there's stairs to it. And then we can get to the old beach and go swimming. The sun sets in Shenzhen, but we still have one stop left.
Let's hopefully get to the metro. We don't even know where we are anymore.
We walked a long time and there's been no metro signs for a while. Wish us luck.
We just ate at a super lucky restaurant, so we're good.
We're like super lucky now. The Mix You song got a remix. Wait, it's gone. Oh yeah. Mix You is now trendy. What are you doing over here, pal?
I'm trying to buy some popcorn, dude.
What, did you get a new phone?
Yeah. Samsung Galaxy S 22, 3.
I don't remember if it's 2 or 3. I think it's a 2.
22.
This is so epic. Popcorn? I don't know how long it's gonna take. And is it caramel corn?
Some of them look like caramel corn.
Love life. Sometimes your only available transportation is a leap of faith. Do not let making a living prevent you from making a life.
Thank you, Mr. Popcorn Dispenser. That was very philosophical. I don't know if it's gonna work.
No.
Just keep doing this.
No. This has been the problem with QR codes so far, is it doesn't work with Alipay when it's like different ones. I don't know why.
They're amazing at scanning QR codes, though.
Yeah, if you do it from back here, it'll be like, zoot, zoot, zoot.
Ready? I got it immediately.
Wow.
There's nothing even to enter or click on.
Is it closed?
Maybe it's closed or unoperational.
That's very disappointing.
I wanted popcorn. We're not following our dreams here. They lied to us. That's definitely caramel.
Yeah, so you can pick the flavor?
That's pretty frackin' epic, dude. Oh, it's moving right now.
Oh, what the nards? What does that say?
It says, you're stupid, just press the screen to order.
Okay. Dang frackin'. It's supposed to come out of here, and it's like a door. You can't even push it open.
Let's just call the number.
I'm down to clown with my Chinese number.
So it looks like it would have been one popcorn for 20.
That's a good deal.
$3 popcorn, that's way better than the movie theater.
We're walking the dark streets of Shenzhen. Where are we gonna end up?
It's supposed to be a park, but we'll see. It's very dark in there.
It's pitch black. It's literally pitch black. All the pictures of this park show it at night, but for some reason today, it's completely black. Will we enjoy the views of the park or not? Only time can tell. Don't worry, guys, it's open.
It's just really spooky and dark inside. There may be a demon in there.
It's not Chinese New Year, it's Halloween edition. It's seriously pitch black in here.
Yeah, and like the lanterns aren't even lit up. All the other places would have these lanterns lit up.
I don't know what's happening. Hopefully the view is decent.
Yeah, hopefully.
If we can find it, because it's dark in here.
This is seriously spooky, dude.
I'm spooked, dude.
The trees don't even have leaves on them, dude.
Oh, that's extra spooker.
This is spooktacular, dude. I'm gonna be spooked to spooking spooker, dude. What the spook did you just say to me, you spooker?
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's pretty spooky what you just did. I'm spooked by what you just did. I'm spooked, honestly, right now.
Well, the camera's on my face right now, dude, but you can't see it because it's so spooktacular in here, dude.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling the spookiness in my spooks.
I'm sure like at least 10 people just clicked off this video, dude.
They're too spooked by our spooking.
Hey, pal, what are you doing over there in the dark?
This is a bench.
There's a bench right here? I can't even see it. Oh, it is a bench.
Bench review.
In the dark?
So, as you see here, we got a nice short, very, very short and stout, but also long and tall in the back. Nice curvature to support your lower back into the rounded architectural design. And now a quick sit test. I have my bag on, so it kind of ruins it. 2 out of 10.
But it's at night.
3 out of 10.
Holy nards. This is time for epicness. We've teeter-tottered in like 3 to 4 different countries now.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh, this front part really hurts my...
Oh, that one's frying.
It's gonna start a fire. Oh, it's dead.
It's definitely dead. There's like no bounce to this, it just drops. That one, I see it has a lean already. This one doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Oh geez.
Wee! Wee! Oh. My gosh.
Epic! I got this.
The balance beam.
Oh wow, this is... Ah! I'm really good at this. Holy nuts, I can't see anything that's happening. Whoa! Epic. It's like a saw, I could saw your face.
This is a big workout area.
It is. It's so dang dark in here. What the heck? There should be a big view of all the buildings here somewhere. Oh man, what are you doing? Don't do it. Oh my gosh. What are you doing there, bucko?
Nothing, you can't even see me, I'm in the darkness.
I see stairs too. Let's go up the stairs in the dark. Well, we climbed to the top of this mountain and got a view full of trees.
But behind it, you can see the red of some really tall skyscrapers.
Holy nards. I can see that one over there.
Whoa! You can kind of see that one up there.
Dang nabbit. The monument area is closed for some reason, and that's probably where the view is, because that was up a different hill.
That's unfortunate. We just went up a lot of stairs.
Maybe we'll get a good view. Let's try to find it. What the heck? What the heck is that noise? What the heck is that noise? Hello? Hello? I can't see anything out there. I think there might be a Chinese Sasquatch out there somewhere. I heard legends. Oh no. Hello? Some city view from the park. Look at that. People are lighting off fireworks here. We heard some fireworks off in the distance. It sounded like a pretty big fireworks show. People are lighting off firecrackers. Whoa! And it's a Monday after Chinese New Year.
Yeah, which is very interesting.
And so many things were closed today. So
maybe the celebrations are a bit bigger on Monday? I don't know, Chinese New Year's a little confusing to us.
Yeah.
We don't speak Chinese to be able to figure out these things.
no, the signs that just have a ton of Chinese on them about Chinese New Year, we're like, okay.
Nice.
So we have a bit of a view, but I think if we head this way, we'll get to that big building that's like this. And then that's this park. I can't believe it's this dark. I really can't. It's insane.
What did you say?
Whoa, the buildings are lighting up. It's the light show.
This is kind of cool, but we don't get to see the whole thing.
You can try to walk towards the building. I think that's where it goes down, but look at that. Wow.
Oh. It's really cool. All the buildings in this city like have just tons of lights on them.
Yeah, they can put massive advertisements on those at all times.
That's a great scheme.
I know. Wow. Just the whole city always lights up. That's so cool.
It's Dio. Dio. Dio.
DNA.
Nucleic acid something.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. This is the city of the future.
They have Wi-Fi? Well, we'll try to get over to this area before this ends. Maybe they'll keep going and we can see like the whole shebang. That's so cool that they have it all synced up like that. The city of the future, synced up lights on buildings.
Shenzhen.
Shenzhen, dance time. Should we do a Shenzhen rap? Yeah, we were in Iceland.
It's very nice.
It's a light show. We made it. It really took a long, long time, so it's probably almost over.
There's a lot of cop barriers and stuff.
That's cool.
Oh.
Look at that. The whole dang city. Wow. The whole dang city.
That's fracking snazzy as nuts, dude.
One more. Get a nice, good, get as many buildings in it as possible. Oh, I think it might be done.
That was really cool though. You get the full panorama skyline thingy.
Unfortunately, we had very bad timing. And we missed all of it, but the very beginning over there and the very end. Welcome to this area of the park with the big fracker and that tall fracker.
They're big.
Oh, and wavy.
Seems like this is the area we wanted to get off with our stop, unfortunately. This would have been a cool place to watch it too, but we got to see it.
The metro seems to name things after tourist spots, but they're not always in the perfect spot for them. Like the Shenzhen Bay spot dropped you off like way at the beginning of the park, and the park apparently went for a long time. But it's right across from the OTC, so that one works. This one, the name of the park stop was on the other side, which works if you're gonna hike through it, which we did. But we didn't expect there to be a laser light show tonight, and we missed it.
Well, this is closed here too.
What the heck? And this is a huge problem. The police have like so many things
What
closed
is he
down.
holding? Look at the gun he's holding.
What's happening?
Is he gonna go shoot down a drone?
Oh yeah, there's a drone right there. Oh, they're flying it away. We might be shooting down a drone right now. Come on. We're gonna see it.
Yeah, he's lining it up. He's looking for it. He has this like big futuristic looking gun.
Oh man.
They're pointing. There it is up there.
Oh, he's going for it. They lost it. They're looking in the wrong place. It's right above us. It's to going towards the park
they're
now.
looking.
There it goes. It's like trolling them. Oh? They're shooting some laser at it.
It went down, but it didn't like fall really fast or anything. The gun he has looks like something straight out of Halo.
Huh. It's really interesting. The police really have this like whole park on like we couldn't go to the top of the mountain. Every path to the top was blocked. And then you can't go to this thing either because it's totally blocked off and they're shooting down drones and
Yeah,
stuff.
they just have a guy with a drone gun hanging out.
Yeah, the heck? There was a large police presence in Guangzhou on New Year's Eve and the New Year's Day in the Beijing Road area, but Shenzhen is a lot more.
They have like riot gear all over the place too.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm curious why there's so many police here. They're just like everywhere.
The interesting thing is we were a bit scared to film in China, you know, with the reputation it has, but the police don't even bat an eye at us. We thought that might be an issue, but we've never been told not to film.
We've seen other vloggers like just film police people straight up, so they probably have been told tourists are coming in, don't mess with the tourists or something like that, because they seem to like not even look at us. This is a cool area, really cool. We can't go down here unfortunately, so we'll probably have to go underneath, but other than that, really cool park. It was very weird that it was pitch black though.
Yeah, and it's still really dark right here. The drone. Oh no, it's a plane.
He'll try to shoot down the
That would
plane.
be bad. He's just walking around with his gun.
What the heck? I wonder why. Let's go. We might be heading towards that building again because Coco Park's over there, and we like Coco Parks. We have a nice, peaceful park. We've done so much walking. My legs are actually a little bit sore.
Very interesting. Some of the like street food vendors, especially the sugarcane juice vendors, they look like they're from more of the western regions of China, I guess you could say, or more Central Asia. But it's specifically like the vendors. We don't see any other like tourists or anything.
And maybe they moved to Shenzhen for some vending opportunities.
Some sugarcane vending.
What a place. There's a cool looking glass pyramid fracking building over there. Big tall fracker right there, and Wavy Boy. Whoa!
Wavy! Do you think that's where the headquarters of the NCT subgroup Wavy is?
They're from China.
Here they have some various paintings. Hello. Messy.
Whoa. If I lie here, if I just lie here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. I don't know why. That's the first thing that popped in my head when I saw this.
I don't know why either.
The light show's going again.
Seems like it's every, like it was at 8:30 and now 9:30.
We're walking. There's no metros around.
What is this?
A metro.
Railway entrance. Something.
That might connect this to Coco Park, actually. Because I think Coco Park's right on the other side of this.
We almost made it to Coco Park.
Forget what we're told. Yeah, so we basically teleported here. We're back in the pedestrian street, and I got some spicy potatoes that smell very spicy. They're not that spicy. They just have cumin on them, and maybe some chili powder. It's a dang soft potato. What more could you want? It's a little spicy, but not like so spicy. Here you go, pal. Have a potato. Wow.
Pull up a little glove.
That's a dang potato.
Guys, the Laoji Susway station is over there.
I think there might be a pasta among us.
Centipede, scorpion, spider, grasshopper, and a silkworm.
Are you ready?
All right, let's get a feast.
You got to do a one biter of that centipede.
All right, the whole thing.
Yep.
All right, I'm going for it.
That is very gnarly. I'm not going that far.
You'll just stick with your potatoes.
I'll eat my potatoes.
You're not getting the beans, dude.
Oh no. Tapioca?
16 R&B sandwich here.
Can you call that a sandwich or is that just a breakfast burrito at this point?
Breakfast burrito, kind of with like a paratha style bread, but I don't even know. It was like a frozen flatbread that turned into this. You kind of like mashed it up just so it got all flaky. It's really hot. I'm gonna give it a bit of a second.
All right, second passed.
Let's take a bite of this hunker here. It kind of looks like that building in Shenzhen.
Yeah, exactly like it.
The bacon's really the main flavor you get, and then just kind of a crunchy bread on the outside. It's nice, it's nice. A bit of a slight mayo hint in there. I'd give it a 7.9 out of 10.
Wow.
Delicious.
Wow. These streets really get trashed.
I can see why they have a lot of cleaners in this city.
Yeah, they need them. Apparently nobody uses the trash can. I guess they don't have many, but still, this is absurd.
The trash can you put your thing into is empty.
Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of garbage. And I guess if people know it's gonna get cleaned up, they're just gonna throw it on the street. This frackin' song.
I'm amazed.
Hey fellows, do you like my hat here? This thing, I don't know what the heck it is. This is the same stall that did his breakfast sandwich, just the other side.
We've seen things like this in Thailand before.
I'm just gonna try it. It's really getting all over. You saw some of the stuff I got in this? It was a lot. That is a lot of funky flavors. Mango, watermelon, little balls of like taro and sweet potato, pudding chunks, little gelatinous frackers that I don't even know what they are, dragon fruit. This is a ball of sugar and texture and I love it. I don't know what it is, but I love it. It's like a milk tea meets a halo halo meets just a bucket of sugar. What more could you want in China? And guys, that is the end of our day in Shenzhen. It was a frackin' long one.
We did a lot of stuff. I don't even know how to summarize it.
We literally left a little before 12 and we're back a little before 12. We were out for 12 hours.
Shenzening it up. I feel zen right now.
Me too. Shenzhen is a cool city. There's a lot of cool parks. I love that there's a lot of greenery here mixed in with the futurism.
Our drive back to this street down this massive highway with tons of skyscrapers. I think Shenzhen's second to Hong Kong with the most skyscrapers in the world. There's just so many.
And they're building a ton more.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool. There's like tons of nice luxury malls on the drive back. Some really cool like lit up areas like Japan-esque. It's a cool place. And we only explored it for like a day and a half. Maybe we'll have to come back someday. Yeah, really cool. This is to you, Shenzhen.
Come on.